We want to welcome our viewers from around the world. This is Legacy Roundtable Discussion with Amaka Beké. And today we have the subject, disloyalty in friendships, disloyal friendships. Talking about disloyalty in friendships, we are discussing particularly women in friendships and how important it is for us to be each other's keepers, to have each other's back at all costs. So today with me, I have five amazing ladies. Amaka Beké, Adugo. Say hi to the viewers, Adugo.
Hi viewers, this is Adugo, popularly known as Adonias. We're here and sit back and enjoy the whole discussion that we're going to have today. Thank you.
Thank you, Adan. You're welcome to the show. And I have Lillian. Lillian, say hi to the viewers, please.
Hello, viewers. My name is Lillian, and I'm believing it will be an interesting discussion. Sit back.
You're welcome, Lillian. You're welcome to the show. Thank you. Yeah. And I have Constance.
Hey, viewers. My name is Constance, and I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. Of course, we also have Uju and Shola. Uju and Shola, please say hi to the viewers.
Hello, viewers. We are here to add our 2 cents. I'm speaking on our behalf. Do I?
Hi, everyone. My name is Olushola. Thank you for Amaka for having us, and hopefully we're going to have a great discussion today.
Thank you, Shola and Uju. You're welcome on the show. So we will all agree that friendships are most nurtured, are best nurtured. But what happens when these friendships fail? What happens when a nurtured friendship fails? Because I believe that we all nurture our friendships, and sometimes they fail. So to begin this discussion, I'll go with Uju. Uju, is it essential for women to support each other, and why?
My 2 cents, sure. First thing first, the word is very difficult. The world is not really friendly for women alone, let alone we not supporting each other. I feel we women, especially in the world we find ourselves, should support each other, because we share a lot of dreams together. Okay, we channel all our dreams together. All right, and I believe that instead of us being jealous, when we come together to support one another, we can do incredible. All right, instead of pulling each other down, instead of being envious, we come together, because the way women are wired, we're wired to be very emotional. We're wired to show empathy. All right, so if we can come together to support one another, I think we have more to gain than being supportive to one another. That's just my little sense.
That's wonderful. Well captured, Uju. Shola, this is for you. Should we hold each other accountable, and why? As women, should we hold each other accountable, and why?
Yes, absolutely. Before we started the show, me and Uju was having that discussion, and she was asking me, what do you think about holding fellow women accountable in friendship? I said, sure. For me, I'm going to say yes, because before anyone else, before you getting into a relationship with your husband or with a third party, you actually knew the person, and you probably have a little bit of some things in common, and that's why you can call the person your friend. So a friend to me is someone you should be able to open up to and share a lot of things in common. And if anything goes wrong, I shouldn't have to tell you what I'm going through as a friend. You should be able to read me and to tell when something is wrong with me. That's all I call friendship. But friendship, we should watch out for each other, look out for each other. It shouldn't be one-sided. It's two people coming together. So it takes two to tango. So I was telling her that I'm going to hold myself friend responsible, because you should know me enough if something is going wrong. And at a point, you should be able to stop me and let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. And if you don't do that, I don't think that's friendship to me, because there's this adage, because I'm Yoruba, if you offend someone in friendship, the good part of friendship is when you stop and correct the person, or let the person know that your friend have done something wrong to you. And that's to me, that's what makes friendship grows. Because you have to, at some point, fine, we're gonna cross each other, we're gonna offend each other, but the good part of friendship is letting the person know that this so person, you've done so and so to me, and let it end there for me. So I'm going to hold you accountable. If you cannot tell me I'm doing something wrong, or if I'm doing something bad, you can't stop me at any point to let me know. That's not good enough for me. And I don't think I should be around that kind of a person. So that's, to me, I'm going to hold my friend responsible if you think I've done something wrong, or if you think something is wrong with me, or if you feel there's something I need to improve on and you're not helping me. I believe we should grow together. You should hold my hands. We are not perfect. The way I see things in life may be different from the way you see things. So the good part of friendship is when we come together and we talk about things like this. And that's what makes us grow as friends. So you saying stuff and not letting me know, and you feel or see stuff that's going to benefit us and you're keeping it to yourself, I don't think it's good enough. So as for me, I'm going to hold my friend responsible.
Yeah, just my little 2 cents there. So there have to be a lot of check and balances and sacrifice. So without this sacrifice and check and balances, I think friendship will never work.
Well put. Well put. Thank you. Thank you, Shola, and thank you, Uju. Lillian, is loyalty an action or an expression?
Well, I totally believe that loyalty is an action, is an action. So if you, for example, you can verbally express your loyalty to say, you're my very loyal friend, or I'll be loyal to you. But saying that expressively is different from really actioning it. So you have to demonstrate that you're loyal by how you treat me. So if you have my back in difficult situation, that tells me that you're loyal. So take for example, I am some life experience. So not too long ago, I was, myself and my very good friend were, picked up to do some off by the side dramas and movie acting now and then. And everyone know how it's been with COVID and how being stuck in the house had been, right? So this opportunity was offered to her, and then she pulled me along, okay? And we're both excited, like, okay, this is another one that we can do. And then all of a sudden they changed their mind and they wanted to offer me her part, which was a major part. And it was inconceivable to me to want to take the part that I know she really liked. So I just said straight off, I'm not having it. And the director was like, you're putting your career below, you're putting your friendship before your career. So I'm like, after career, and so what? Like, you have to put things in perspective, right? How would you balance it out? Like, okay, she's my friend. She brought me on to this particular show, and you're offering me her part. And I know how happy she is to have the part, and you're taking that off from her to give to myself. Of course, my friend was like, oh, yeah, take it. And I know as a friend, there's no way. Within her, I know within her, she's hurting, right?
True, possibly. She's only human.
No, it's not possibly. So it was quite of a drama because at the end, the director, the producer, everybody was so angry. They were like, you're making a mistake. And they ended up giving it to someone else. And they said to her, talk to Lillian. And she said, you know what her response was? She said to them, I know Lillian. She would think she's been disloyal. That was her word. She would think she's been disloyal to me.
Wow.
So what more can I ask? So I'm glad I stood my ground, and I'm glad, because at the end of the day, they had to build in more character that they think, because obviously they think it was what they are white to have me on there, right? So they've had to adjust, okay? So imagine if I sold my long friendship all because I wanted a part, right? No. It has to be action. I totally believe loyalty has to be action.
Thank you very much for articulating that, Lillian.
You're welcome.
And I think I might have a second question for you.
Oh, cool, go on.
And that is, when my friend dismisses or trivializes my experience, and I mean hurtful experiences, is she being disloyal to me?
Well, I will take it in context, that question. So, because I try to relate everything based on how my relationships have been. And it's always going to be like with my best friend, right?
Wow, okay.
So I say something that is really important to me and she trivializes it. One thing that comes to my mind is, I don't think she heard me. I just say to myself, I don't think she heard me. So I'll take my time again and bring up the topic again. And most often, it is that she truly did not hear me. And she will be surprised eventually, like, really? I say, yeah, I knew something was wrong when I told you yesterday because it wasn't the reaction I expected from you. So for me, it fits into what the other ladies, the two ladies,
Ola and Uju.
Yes, what of them were saying, how you have to know your friend. Your friend has to be able to
read
understand you. Yeah, to read you. So I could read, and I totally know, like this, my friend, she has health issues. So sometimes those of you who know, maybe people with diabetes and the rest of it, their health can affect their reasoning depending on maybe sugar level or who knows what. So it's always something is happening and I'm not getting the feedback that I think I was going to get from her. Do you understand? So of course, so in that situation, I wouldn't say she's been disloyal. I would rather think, I don't think she heard me. But if my friend does trivialize it, then that person is really my friend.
Yep.
Yeah. No, so it will probably make me reevaluate that relationship.
Well articulated, Lillian. And there's something I want to point from what you said. In a nutshell, you're that patient friend who will go back and retell the story just to make sure that your friend heard you. Because the first time she probably didn't hear you, and that's why you didn't get the reaction, as opposed to maybe someone else who would think, oh, is that how she thinks about me or how she feels about me? It's, I take it as someone who is patient. It's very important that we are patient with one another, with our friends. Especially where you know the friend, you know how she would normally react had she heard you. And if she didn't hear you, then she didn't hear you. And you probably wouldn't get the response that you might have anticipated from her. Thank you very much, Lillian.
Yes, yes. And,
Now,
and if I
yeah.
may add as well,
Yeah.
I mean, when we tell people stuff, we don't just go and tell people about what's going on. We tell our important issues about us, whether it's things that experiences we just have. We're telling it to the individual, to our friend, because we want to get something back, right?
Yes.
We're telling them for their empathy most times, you know, to say something that would maybe make you feel good about your experience. So if you're not getting that back, you know, so it's not your expectation, that would make you want to wonder, what happened? Did she really hear me? Or, and if she did hear me and I'm not getting the response that I thought I would get, then of course it will make me question then. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lillian.
You're welcome.
Adugo, this question is for
Yes,
you.
please.
Have you ever been wrongly judged or neglected by a dear friend? How did that make you feel? Have you ever been wrongly judged or neglected by a friend, and how did that make you feel?
Well, when you say wrongly judged by a friend, not just friends, even non-friends, even people that are not my friends. Oh yeah, they judge me because most people, let me tell you this, right? Most people, when they see someone, they tend to judge the person based on physical appearance without even getting close to the person to really know who that person is. You know, so you will see some people, they have this wild look, this look of, I mean, who is above me, or who can talk where I'm talking. That's the look that they have. But I'll tell you something, that's not really who they are inside. If you talk to them or if you start having a conversation with them. I mean, I remember way back when I was in Nigeria, when I was in the University of Calabar, most of the ladies that ended up being my friends, all of them had the same confession to do. To me. Oh, do you know I taught? Oh, Ada, do you know I taught? I taught your this. I taught your that. Oh my God, it's always good to get close to people to really know who they are. Do you know I taught you this kind of a woman that can't stay with a man, that you'll be gallivanting all over and all that? I'll be like, really? Whoa, like seriously? And that's what would tell me, do you know, I sometimes I don't want to come close to you because you look so harsh. I mean, you talk fast and I'm like, oh, please, this kind of a person will be a troublemaker. But when I came close to you, I found out that you're a very peaceful person, that you're someone that you're really, really accommodating. So when you talk about Miss George, I'll tell you something, not just friends, you know, and apart from that, I mean, I have few friends, 1-2 friends in my life. So that 1-2 friends in my life as a full-grown adult right now, I would say yes, once in a while, they misjudge me, which I know, and I tend to like keep explaining myself. And in most circumstances, I hate to explain myself, especially when I know I'm very open and what I'm telling you is the gospel truth. And you know that it is true. At the end of the day, the person will still come back to tell me, hey, Adonias, I'm really sorry. I know I overreacted, you know. So when you talk about misjudging, oh yes, I've really experienced that.
Wow. And how did that make you feel?
I'll tell you this, right? Growing up, I felt somehow it wasn't easy for me because I mean, as a child or as a teenager, when people will come around there and say, "Oh, do you know, I taught this," I felt bad. But when I became a full-grown adult, trust me, it was nothing to me. Like the only thing about me was, you think what you think, I don't care. When you come around me, you know me, you know me. You know what so as a full-grown adult, it doesn't bother me one bit anymore. But when I was growing up as a teenager and all that, it bothered me. Yeah, and I'll tell you this. There's something that my dad, right? When I was in the university. So I think my dad came across some ladies that were also in Unical, you know. So my dad didn't tell them that he is my dad, or rather he was, which he's still my dad. So as he was having a conversation with them, and then I said, "Oh, I'm a University of Calabar." And I said, "Oh, really? Do you know Vivian?" He mentioned my English name. "Do you know Vivian?" And they were like, "Oh my God, yes, I know Vivian." "Ah, sir, how did you know?" I said, "What do you know about her?" I said, "Oh my God, Vivian, oh my God, that troublemaker." And my dad was like, troublemaker, how? Are you her friend? So I'm telling you. So the other one now said, no, not really. I mean, she looks so, you know, she said she looks so like this. My dad was like, really? So my dad, being someone that knows me too well, my father now said to them, listen, this is my daughter. She's my first daughter. I know her very well. She can be a fast talker. She can play. She's a Sagittarius. But I tell you, she is an exceptional human being. She's so good. Get close to her. I'm telling you this. So it wasn't even my dad that told me this. It was the ladies. When we got to school, they were like, hey, can I talk to you? I think I came across your dad, blah, 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 and all that. So they told me the whole thing. I started laughing. I said, I hear this all the time. People misjudge me. They think I'm this. But at the end of the day, like, oh my God, you're such a loving person. You're such an accommodating person. I say, I hear that all the time. That's good. That's okay. God knows why he created me. That's it.
Well, I think women, not just women, but in this subject is about women. Women who have, would I say, huge personalities by constantly being friendly, you know, smiling, you know, being the life of the party.
Yeah.
People tend to think negatively, you know,
A whole
about
lot.
those women. And
you're right.
It doesn't really mean that, you know, their boisterous personality means anything wrong.
Anything,
It doesn't mean anything wrong. It's just,
no.
I don't know. I think we live in a world where people like to see you in a pitiful situation where you're not excited, you're not happy. So they could then expend that sympathy towards you. You know, and it's not easy for everyone to be vulnerable or to call for pity party. For some people who is hard for them to call for pity party, entertaining people who are pitiful of them, or people always judge them wrongly. They think, oh, she's always smiling like she's this or like she's that. Like, I don't understand the world we live in.
I tell you something, okay? Yeah. Let me tell you this. I remember a couple years ago, right? Something happened. So my friend now said to me, oh my God, you know what? When you're walking into a place, you need to, I'm trying to remember the right word that she used, but a kind of, you need to tune it down. No, you need to. She said to me, she said, I'm telling you, she said, you need to tune it down. I said, okay, what do you mean by tune it down? She said, I don't know. No, even she couldn't even explain it. She said, I don't know how to explain it. But people get intimidated when they see you. I'm like, you know what? Honestly speaking, if you can understand what I'm about to tell you right now, I don't care. God that created me the way I am, he himself, he has a reason for creating me this way. I asked her one question. Do you want me to go take charcoal and put on my face and turn my bright complexion into a dark complexion, or just to answer a good girl? I said, girl, you don't get it. I seriously don't care. You know, so I get that all the time. I mean, that's actually a very good question for me. I like that.
Thank you, Anna. Every question is good for you. I can tell you that.
Bring it on.
To the storm. Okay. Shala, should a woman forgive her friend for sleeping with her man? Why? Or why not?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one right there to choose. Yeah, why not? We all should forgive because we are not perfect. But at the same time, I cannot forget. And the friendship will never remain the same. But I'm gonna forgive and move on. And just, I won't dwell in the past. But as for the friendship, it's over for me. I can't trust you. I don't keep those kind of friends around me. Like I said earlier, as a friend, I have to be comfortable. We have to have a lot in common. We have to share a lot of things in common. And if I don't feel comfortable around you, trust you enough to share my burden, my, talk to you, see you as a shoulder to lean on when I'm down, I don't think I need to be around. Yeah, I can be around that kind of a person. But as for forgiveness, I'll forgive. because I'm not God. I'm a sinner as well. We sin every day. We're not perfect. You know, we try to be a better person every day. We'll learn each other way. We'll learn every day we grow. You know, I would definitely forgive. I've had, you know, bad experience in life, you know, people that I really trust so much that are not in my life anymore. I just see it as, to me, everybody has a purpose in life. At that point in time, the purpose and the reason why you're in my life has just ended, and I move on to the next person. And I believe God is sending someone else. So I don't owe that person. I don't have no grudges or anything about the person, but it can never be the same. That's the end of that relationship or friendship.
Yeah. If I can say something, if I can add to what Shola said, right? First of all, if a friend is sleeping, or if your friend, start sleeping with your man, you know, I don't see the person being a friend from the beginning, because this is who the person is. This is the person's character. I can't take it away from the person, because if I'm someone that I cannot stand someone else's man, you know, this is, let's say this for example, this is me. I can't stand your man talking to me. I'm using myself as an example. This is my nature, this is my character, this is my behavior. So what will change this in the future? Say we've been friends for like 10 years. You've known me all those years, and I've known
maybe
you all
2 days, maybe not
So,
10 years, maybe 2 days.
Okay, 2 days friendship. If it's 2 days friendship, that means if I go ahead and do that, that means this is who I am. Not just to you, not just because I met you. Exactly.
Maybe that's your target. That's the point of
apart
friendship.
From target. No, apart from target.
Okay.
Apart from target, somebody can have a target, but it's not the person's character. You understand? And yes, somebody can have a target, but it might not be the person's character. So, but for someone to think of something that you know that it will really, really real, or rather, put your friend in a very hurtful situation, then this is the person's personality. This is the person's character.
Definitely.
I don't see the person being your friend from the onset. It's as simple as that. Yes, the person is just an enemy that came on wearing friend's clothes. The person is not your friend.
An enemy on a mission.
Yes, I keep telling people, before you bring anyone into your life, first of all, we human beings should have discernment spirits, whereby if you meet people, you're able to discern, to really understand the kind of person that they are, their personality, their character, their behavior is very important. And for me to call someone my friend, you know there's a reason for calling someone my friend, because not just the physical examination, I also do the spiritual examination, where I really, really have to understand who you are before I can open my door for you. I'm just adding to what Shola said.
Yeah, Uju, you have something to add?
Shola and Adugo, you guys have spoken well. My 2 cents here is, I like what Adugo just added now. Who do you even call your friend? That word is very, very important. Because there's a difference between
anyone
friend
who
and
smiles
enemy.
at you.
Frenemy. They come together to become one. Friend and enemy. So the word friendship did not just start because we are women, but it started from the creation of the word. Okay, and that is why in the book of John, if I'm not mistaken, John 15 or thereabout, where God said that greater is that one that could lay his life for his friends. Greater love is that man, that is Jesus Christ. And that is why we Christians, we can never go wrong anytime we say Jesus is our friend, because we know that Jesus loves us. Jesus will always be there for us. Jesus will never be an enemy. Whether we are there or not there, he's always watches our back. All right. So if only we can always separate, and I say having spirit or discernment is fine, good. But I think there have to be a thorough background check before you pick somebody and say, pick also and say this person is your friend.
That's it. That's why
I have a daughter. I have a daughter that is 16 years. My 16-year-old daughter. She always uses this word that this person is my acquaintance. This one is. I say, you've never introduced anybody as your friend to us. And she said, because Mom, you've been hurt, you've been beaten, you've been burned by your so-called friends. I'm here to see somebody I call my friend, because if I say you're my friend, you should be there for me. You should be ready to watch my back. You should be able to sacrifice for me. You should be able to know the other way around, because if it's not balanced, it's going to be one-sided. You're not my friend. I said, okay, you know what, girl? It's okay. It's your choice. The good thing is that you are aware that these are the measure, the features, the personalities you should be able to see if you are looking for, if you are picking a friend. Do you understand? So ability for us to differentiate and understand who we call our friends and what we define as friends will help us.
Definitely.
Beautiful.